Now this is really going to stretch your belief systems. I am told that a majority of the physical beings, human beings, that are in third density, not only on our planet, but in 21 other systems, who are experiencing the same problem we are having, are beings that apparently at some time in our past were at 11th density. Now, the Andromedans have said that our universe, what we know as our universe, is in linear time, and this is the only way that I can explain it is as we count time, is that our universe is a 21 trillion year holograph. It's a holograph. It's a picture within a picture within a picture, or a dream within a dream within a dream, however you want to look at it. And that apparently many of the souls on third density were at 11th density. And for some reason, this collective group consciousness decided they wanted a different perspective. And they literally fell into the concept of time, into physicality, and literally carved out of nothing what we know as third density.
It's all out there, you just can't see it because it's just beyond the visual spectrum. And not only beyond the visual spectrum, but also beyond the spectrum of our reality, which pulsates at 144,000 cycles per second, which is the speed of light. That's the holograph. We're in a holograph that pulsates at that rate. Okay, the way we live here is through our environment which we live in, we are disconnected from that. Someone is imposing you into a cocoon of reality. Okay? You're held prisoner here. That's what we're trying to tell you. It's when you get your awareness and you awaken, you start to see through the veil of this illusion that you're living here in this reality.
We live in an illusory world. That is that and I believe this has been proven quite true through quantum physics, that this world that we live in, this 3D or 4D dimensional world that we experience through our limited senses, is an illusion. That in fact, when you get down to the quantum level, that's the subatomic level of reality, it doesn't behave in any way the way that the material reality behaves. And this is exactly what mystics have been trying to tell us for so many years, that the world is an illusion and that the real world and universe is a non-physical. And that's where we come from, and that's where we go.
Existe solamente la imaginación del que imagina, porque no existe este mundo es todo imaginario. Pero si ya es otro paso, piensas que si hoy día, en nuestros días, llegara el hombre de las cavernas y aterrizara en este mundo, como a veces lo muestran en las películas, y va y se impresiona y ve todo lo que pasa, no vería nada. No vería nada. No podría identificar estas cosas que existen. ¿Chocaría con la pared de un edificio o no? Puede pasar la pared. No tiene sentido para eso. Realmente no lo tiene. Para él no es materia y no es una forma investida de materia. Simple.
Ahora sabemos que el 45% de la población, como dato médico, tiene en la retina, por genética, fotorreceptores lentos que le permiten percibir el rango infrarrojo, el ultravioleta, y a veces cuando ya se inicia la persona y esas disciplinas, esa habilidad genética la desarrolla, puede inclusive abarcar gamas como los rayos X y los rayos gamma y los rayos cósmicos, que es donde se encuentran habitando estos mundos que describía Ramón, que son seres que pueden atravesar paredes porque se encuentran en otros rangos de frecuencia. Entonces, hay seres humanos que tienen esta capacidad, son los clarividentes, pero también hay clariaudientes. Con los videntes de la antigüedad, el primer logro magnífico de la humanidad fue descubrir que este mundo es una ilusión. Aunque suene sólido y nos mate, es una ilusión que hemos creado con nuestra mente a través de decodificar los campos infinitos de energía.
At that time to go down to South America and talk to a group in the Brazilian rainforest and partake of something called ayahuasca. And I took this stuff. I could have taken it 4 times. I took it twice. That was enough for me. And over 2 nights, I went into another state of consciousness, and especially on the second night, for 5 hours, this voice took a female form, but you know, it's just that form. We are infinite consciousness, male, female, the whole thing. It talked to me as loud as I'm talking now for 5 hours about the nature of reality and the fact that it's all an illusion. Ayahuasca state is the moon came up, and this voice starts going, the moon, poets wax lyrical to the moon, illusion. And then he said at one point, do you think that's the earth you're lying on now? Illusion. All happening in our heads through our perception of reality and other things which I'll come to. All the things that we look at are holographic representations which we're decoding from energy fields into holographic illusory reality. These are holograms, the Earth and Saturn and stuff. And the brain is incredibly more sophisticated than the process of creating these holograms that you're seeing here. This is a computer image of a city, generated image of a city. Again, looks three-dimensional, even though it's not. And that's what we're doing all the time. Creating or interpreting, decoding energy fields in the brain into a holographic reality. We see them as buildings and street scenes and people, but outside of us they are energy fields, because that's what we are, that's what everything is, energy, consciousness, awareness. What we're actually doing in this world, in effect, is experiencing a virtual reality game, where we're looking into a world and thinking it's real, when it's just an illusory reality that we're creating in our heads.